All right, so a friend of her dad's has asked her out on a date. She wants to go, but she doesn't know if she should tell her pops first.
Ooh.
I know it's messy, and I love it. All right, so, Bert Show listeners, if there's anybody, because I guarantee somebody listening has been in this situation. So if you have ever dated your dad's friend and would like to share how it went, 1-855-BERT-SHOW, 855-237-8746. Phone lines are open. All right, so the email reads, "Hey, Bert Show, I'm going to cut right to the chase. One of my dad's friends has asked me out, and I really want to go, but I'm worried my dad is going to freak out. The deets I think you need are, he and my dad are friends, but aren't BFF. They are work friends who actually joined a pickleball league together. He's younger than my dad, but still 17 years older than me. I'm 23, he's 40, my dad is 52. He joined my dad's company about 6 years ago, and that's when I met him. It hasn't been until recently that I felt this flirtatious vibe between the two of us. We exchanged numbers and have been texting for a few months. It's been fun, and if I'm being honest, I kind of like the secretiveness of it. He asked me out on an official date, and I really want to go. I just don't know what to do about my dad. Do I still keep my dad in the dark? Do I give him a heads up? Is this completely inappropriate? And should I end things with, in quotations, Zach? He's a kind man who also happens to be incredibly hot. He's divorced with no kids. I am really vibing with him and would like to see where this could go. I just know my dad is going to lose his S when he finds out. Thanks for any advice." All right, so Abby, you are talking to one of your dad's friends.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
In this hypothetical, you're talking to one of your dad's friends. How would you proceed?
He's incredibly hot.
He is incredibly hot.
I'm just trying to picture
No
it 'cause-
kids.
No, he did. Yeah, that's, you know what? That's a plus. Here's the thing. I'm just trying to picture this because my dad just has like the group of nerdiest old guys ever. So it's hard for me to picture like a hot older man. So let me like think of like a Matt Damon or something. Like if I'm talking to Matt Damon, if my dad is friends with Matt Damon, I gotta say, I think I would fold. I think I would keep it a secret too, because I know my dad, and I know my dad would not respond well to this. And I think if I was really serious about Matt Damon, I love how I'm using like I said, this is a possibility. If I was serious about it as a relationship and we had really built something beautiful together, I think it would make a lot more sense and my dad would be a lot more on board if he could see it and he could kind of see it played out. Like if we both approached him like, hey, we've been dating for 6 months, but like we're really in love and this is really going somewhere. I think he would be more likely to not have a freak out. Whereas if you said, hey, I want to go on a first date, I think my dad would have a conniption.
So you would keep it under wraps unless there was something to tell.
Yes, exactly.
Mo?
It would be tough for me to sit here as a man and give her advice to say to keep this from your dad. I get it. And if I were in that position, I probably wouldn't say anything, to be honest. But I feel like if he was a stand-up guy, he would mention it to her dad. You know, if you genuinely feel like you are interested in her, I think the grown man move to make is to actually say, and it probably will ruin the relationship. I think you know that going in. But I think he should mention it to her dad. And if he doesn't, that's enough for me to know that she should.
All right, let me throw a hypothetical at you. Your friend comes to you and says he wants to take your daughter out.
Our friendship is over. You don't have to go any further. That's it.
Cass?
No one needs to tell dad, and here's why. You're two consenting adults. And I went through this, so I completely understand it in my young 20s.
You dated one of your dad's friends?
No. Sorry. I went through the mentality of like everything I do, I have to tell my parents and they have to approve of and they have to know everything because that's where you just came from. Like literally 18, maybe more years of your life were spent under your parents' roof if you're lucky and privileged, where you had to report to them and they had to basically essentially sign off on everything. You're 23. You can do what you want. This isn't if this was your dad's best friend or part of his inner circle, very different. This is a guy he plays pickleball with, that he works with. Date the dude, have fun. I wouldn't tell dad. And then I would take Abby's advice, see where it goes. If it forms into something solid, then you can tell dad. Otherwise, it's honestly none of dad's business and neither of them needs to tell.
But she never would have met him if it weren't for dad.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter.
No.
Like I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters how you met. I think it just matters the friendship, but they don't even sound like they're that good of friends, so I'm keeping this thing under wraps.
But they play pickleball together.
Oh, God, it's not that serious.
It's a brotherhood once the pickle's involved.
They're hitting balls on the court. It's not a marriage.
Balls in the court, balls in the bedroom.
Okay, all right.
The only thing that would change this for me is if this 40-year-old dude reported to your dad in some capacity in a hierarchy at work, because then that's sketch and it's weird and there's a power dynamic there, and I would feel used.
Got it.
The Bert Show.
Hey, did you like what you just watched? Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a nice comment, if you will.